unfold and turn website layouts into an art form with Wix Studio.
Parallels 26 just came out. If you ship code on a Mac but still need Windows and Linux, this update removes some of the annoying friction and tightens the workflows developers actually use. Look at this guy. How embarrassing. Not to mention all the space he's taken up. See, this is the type of situation that I'm hoping to avoid whenever I'm working away from my desk or remotely while traveling. Well, I wouldn't actually do that, but I was just trying to prove a point here. Because I still get comments like, why don't you just use your two desktops? Well, that would be even harder to set up in a coffee shop, wouldn't it? So I have a MacBook Pro for iOS, Android, and JavaScript web app development. I also have my PC laptop, and this year I really like the ZenBook Duo. That runs my Visual Studio and SQL Server for my .NET front-end and back-end projects. But I still prefer just to carry one laptop with me, and sometimes I tack on an extra monitor. Now, up until 2013,
let's see if we can install Windows 8. It's almost cartoon-like Windows 7 and Windows 8 in comparison to Windows 10 and various serious Linux distributions. But I think, does it actually make us put in a product key? That is really harsh. Who has a Windows 8 key? Stuck trying to get the drivers. It's not getting them from online. Maybe the drivers for Windows 8.1 don't actually exist for this laptop, but I haven't really looked into it yet. Got Edge is there, Chrome's there, it's got Malwarebytes running, it scanned it, everything is fine. And yeah, we're up and running on the internet on Windows 8.1 with this little laptop.
Work and play without delay. Choose the browser.
Is it possible to run Windows 11 inside the good old Windows 7, which is a 16-year-old discontinued operating system? I want to find out. For this we need virtualization software. A quick Google search tells us the latest supported version of VMware. Next, and now it's installing Windows. So we have overcame one problem so far. Now we just have to wait, and it's also going to take quite a while. And I really mean that. Because with my setup, it took exactly half an hour just for Windows to install and get to the next step of the setup. Now we can choose a language. But from here we have another issue. Let me just open up the command prompt, and what we have to do is bypass the Windows internet connection requirements. After that, the system is going to reboot, and that also took almost 10 minutes to boot back up before I could continue. And now we should be able to proceed with the setup. Let's click on yes. Then there's another loading screen and keyboard setup. Also, it would quite possibly run a bit better if I disabled the Aero theme on Windows 7. But you know what? I'm not gonna do that, because how can you disable something like this? It's super slow. Stuff just takes super long to load and appear. Once again, I have to remind you that the performance would be a lot better if I wasn't running a virtual machine inside another virtual machine, which in itself is running on a Mac. I do not like how many icons we have in the taskbar, so let's try to customize that. It takes about 15 seconds for settings to open, or actually even more. I have done many painful things to Windows on this channel, but this is by far the worst I have seen it struggle. So let's try to use some features. Let's try to open the calculator. Actually, I want to see the task manager, what's going on in there.
The iMac was the first all-in-one Macintosh computer announced by Steve Jobs in 1998. Although the first iMac computer only had 32 megabytes of RAM and a hard drive with a storage of only 4 gigabytes, the iMac has evolved to become one of the fastest and most reliable computers today. This is the evolution of the iMac. The first Apple personal computer was the Macintosh 128K, released on January 24, 1984 for $2,495. It had a 9-inch display and extremely low specifications. This chip combines CPU.
The return of Area 51, Alienware's highest performance desktop yet, equipped with powerful Intel Core Ultra processors
and GPU, and is expected to be 85% faster than the iMac Pro.
It's the M1 chip, which is kind of magic. And it makes the new iMac fast. Like, your apps open instantly fast. Like, check that text while you clean your inbox, while you share that photo, while you stream that show fast. That's fast.
The new iMac comes with a 24-inch 4.5K Retina display, 8 gigabytes of unified RAM, 256 gigabytes of solid-state drive storage, and a starting price of $1,299. It is very impressive to see how the iMac has evolved throughout the years, and I can't wait to see how Apple will continue to innovate. Please subscribe so we can